Hello, 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 and thank you for watching AARP Real Possibilities. Unless you've been under a rock, you've probably heard the word pickleball. Pickleball, it's really hitting the nation like crazy. And so today we're going to talk about pickleball, the advantages, the disadvantages, why more older adults are playing, why young people are playing, and there is no one better to talk about pickleball than our guest, Dr. Saray Eaton. Thank you for being here today.
Oh, you're welcome. I'm excited to be here to talk about pickleball.
Well, you are the perfect guest for this episode because not only are you a retired medical doctor, but you are an avid pickleball player. So you can answer all of our questions regarding pickleball.
Well, I hope.
First of all, how did you get connected with pickleball? I mean, you have so many, you do golf, you do a lot of things, but you seem to be a real advocate, a real avid pickleball player. How and why?
Yeah, it started several years ago at the Y, actually, the YMCA. I went to work out and I walked past the gym and I saw some people playing this game. And I stopped and waited a minute and I said, "Can I play?" And they said, "Sure." And the rest is history.
Really?
Yeah.
And what's so special about it? I mean, there are more people playing pickleball. As a matter of fact, I read the other day that they're thinking about making it one of the Olympic sports.
I've heard that too.
And
I've
I thought,
heard that
wow.
too. It already is in the Senior Olympics.
Yes. Okay. Are you going to the Senior Olympics?
I'm not going this year,
but all right.
And but you know, it's a game that I think anybody can play compared to like tennis or some other games. You don't need a lot of skill. And it is addicting after a while. After you get to playing it for a while, you just, want to continue to get better and play more. There's so many advantages.
And there's some advantages not only in terms of just the socialization and being able to get out and play, but also in terms of your physical health and mental health.
Right. Well, from a cardiovascular standpoint, it is challenging. It gets your heart rate up, you're moving.
Especially when you miss in the kitchen or whatever it is, right?
Right. You're constantly moving, so it's a good cardiovascular workout. Some people walk, some people, do other cardiovascular activities, but pickleball kind of marries the cardiovascular with the fun.
Okay. And there are tournaments all over Michigan, pickleball tournaments.
All over the country.
All over the country, yeah, absolutely. Even AARP has pickleball, paddleball covers or whatever they're called.
Oh, they
covers.
do?
Yes.
Well, you have to get me one.
Absolutely. Absolutely, we'll have to get you one. But young people are playing now too. At first it was, I thought of it as sort of like shuffleboard.
Oh,
and it's not, because you only heard about older adults playing.
Yes.
But it seems as though it's caught on with young people as well. As Sadie Shattuck in our office, plays pickleball, and she's like not even hardly 18 yet. She's so young.
In fact, even in the high schools, they're introducing pickleball. Yesterday I played, and there was a family, mother and father, and their two little kids. They must have been 5 or 6 years old.
Wow.
They were out there playing pickleball.
Wow. Well, I've played, I know you've taught our team, our team, Michigan State office team, you've given us a lesson or two. And I think like 4 or 5 of the folks that were in that are continuing to play as a result of that. So it must be something contagious, as you said, about being out there and playing.
Yeah.
But you said it doesn't require a lot of skill. There are different skill levels, right?
Yeah, the court's smaller than tennis. People compare it to tennis sometimes. The courts are smaller. You have a paddle instead of a racket. You're up more at the net. You have a partner generally, although you can play singles, but generally you have a partner. And so there's not, not a lot of running around. Although pickleball has also been shown to be the fastest growing injury.
I was going to ask you about that. That was coming up next. That's one of and you've been injured yourself even.
I have. I broke an arm.
Oh my goodness.
But I learned from that. You never run backwards and try to break your fall. Okay. So yeah, those things do happen.
So tell me about the injury. a component of pickleball. Why is it the number one injury? People are golfing, they're playing tennis, they're doing lots. Why pickleball? Why so many injuries?
You know, I think people try to do more than they're capable of doing sometimes.
Okay.
Again, in my case, I was running backwards to get a ball and tripped and fell and broke my arm. I think the other thing is that as we mature, our joints aren't as flexible, so knee injuries can be an issue. I actually play with a person who's had both knees and both hips replaced, and she's still out there playing pickleball.
Wow.
That's just how endearing it is to her.
Well,
Yeah.
I have some friends who are extremely competitive, and they play pickleball. I mean, they are very, very competitive people, and they love pickleball. So it must have something to do with how competitive you want to be, or the skill level that you want to. I mean, Charlie
Well, there's
Kramer,
different
John
levels
O'Leary.
of pickleball.
Oh, okay.
It starts at 1.0 as a beginner.
Okay.
And it goes to 5.5. Those are
Okay.
the professionals.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Where are you?
I'm a 3.5.
Ooh, that's great.
Well, no, that's kind of middle of the,
Okay.
yeah.
And how do you get evaluated at what level you're at?
Well, you can self-evaluate. There
Okay.
is places online that you can go to and self-evaluate in terms of do you return the serve deep? Do you, you know, can you dink? Dink is a term we use when you're up at the net. So you can self-evaluate, although at tournaments and that, they do have people who can evaluate you as well.
Just sort of like golf, whatever your GAM, your
what
golf,
your handicap is,
handicap
right?
is.
Right.
Okay. All right. So we're going to try this again. But talk a little bit too about the benefits of just exercise in general as people age, and then I also want you to share where people can find out and learn more about pickleball in the area or where they go. So, but first, a little bit about just the benefit of exercise.
Yeah, as you know, if we could bottle it, exercise would be the best-selling drug in the world, okay? So we all need to exercise as many days as possible. Every day is really ideal. If you can
So
do
that's
something.
3 times a week, 30 minutes that's something.
Yeah, and it doesn't have to be pickleball. I mean,
Right,
you know,
right, just-
walking, whatever, you know, float your boat, so to speak. But yeah, pickleball, not only pickleball, but exercise in general. When, you know, AARP also has a real concern about dementia. And when we talk about the 6 pillars of brain health, we talk about exercise, we talk about socialization, we talk about stress reduction, and that all encompasses pickleball.
Okay.
Okay, you meet people that you didn't know. You laugh. You know. You develop relationships. All of that is important in terms of our brain health as well as our physical health.
Well, you know, and people underestimate that. I heard someone say once that you can't eat whatever you want and then just think you're going to exercise it off. So you can't outrun or out pickleball a bad diet. So it's a whole combination of things that people have to pay more attention to as they age. And walking and exercising will help balance
Oh,
all
certainly,
of that.
certainly.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
no, you can't eat whatever you want.
And, you know, I was just thinking, you know, people are thinking, I can eat whatever I want as long as I'm playing pickleball. I can go
no.
do what I want. But it's not.
No,
It doesn't. It's
no.
not that simple.
No,
It's much more
you have to
complicated.
encompass a healthy diet with everything else you do.
So you have practiced medicine for
35 years or so.
family
there.
practice.
Yeah,
for
family medicine,
about 35 plus, and you're still practicing because I still call you every now and then for something. So
I joke with, I do consultations
You do
with friends and family.
and no charge. That's the best part. But for 30, why did you get out of? What did you see in medicine? Why did you get out of medicine, and what did you see in medicine that concerned you most, and how is it changing from when you first started to today? What's different?
Oh, it's changed tremendously in terms of the what they put on the physicians. The time limits is one. There's a lot that you have to do in terms of crossing crossing your T's and dotting your I's and making sure that all those things are done, as opposed to actually taking care of the patient, as opposed to making sure that you did something that is necessary for billing purposes. Okay. And it's stressful, it's stressful that, I'm a people person.
Right.
And I was always running behind because I took more time than, the 15 minutes or whatever that oftentimes was allotted. And the documentation that is needed today takes a lot of extra time outside of just your patient interaction. Okay, what you have to do after you see, I was,
37 years is a long time, too.
Yeah,
A long time. So as people think about playing pickleball, what kind of physical exam, what do they need to know whether or not they're ready or they're able to get out on that court? Because, we may have excited someone about playing and now they're saying,
I think it's important
ready.
that you are in good health, that you do see your primary care physician and say, I'm interested in, playing pickleball or whatever sport you want to entertain. And make sure that you are in good physical condition to do that. Just recently, I had an incident at our court where an 87-year-old man came. He had never played pickleball. It was a hot, hot day, and he almost collapsed. And I, of course, they called me.
Yes, of course.
But, he had history of heart disease.
Oh, wow.
And should not have been out there.
Was that his first time out there?
That was his first time.
At 87, good for him, though.
Yeah, I applaud that.
Yes.
However,
but do your homework first.
Right.
Make sure you're ready.
You're okay.
And then kind of ease into it.
Ease into it is the key.
Yes.
Yeah. They do have beginner classes at Delta Township, Delta Mills, through Parks and Rec. So you can come out and learn the basics and.
And I mean, this is, this is area in Grand Rapids and Howell and in other parts of the Jackson, other parts. People can check their local YMCA or YWCA, YMCA, to see what's going on with pickleball, if that's or any activity, but just staying active.
Exactly.
How long have you been playing?
Pre-pandemic, so probably I'd say 2018, 2019, somewhere around there.
Okay, so you've gotten from a level 1 to a level 3.5. But during the pandemic, you didn't play.
We didn't play a lot during the pandemic.
Yes. And the socialization of that, too, in terms of mental health, and particularly for older adults. And older adults are loving pickleball, and for the reasons that you mentioned, lower stress activity, physical activity. If they want to get started, number one, check with your doctor, right? Call local YMCA, Parks and Rec,
or
something.
YMCA.
And is it indoor, outdoor, or both? Does it matter?
There are both. In the winter, obviously here in Michigan, we need to play indoors. And there's several indoor facilities. There's Court 1, there's the MAC, there's the Lansing Arena, there's the Y. And then outdoors in the summer, it's various parks. And going through your park and recreation, your local park and recreation department will direct you what's available.
What tips would you give to people, just if they don't want to do pickleball, but they just want to do something? How could they get started? I mean,
walk.
Someone is sitting, just, and they know they need to do something, but pickleball, as you say, doesn't float their boat. Okay?
Yeah, right.
What advice would you give to them?
Walking is the easiest thing that you can do. Easiest thing that you can do. And all you need is a pair of tennis shoes, That's where you get started.
Yes.
Just walk your block,
Yes.
I encourage my husband sometimes, just walk around the backyard.
Yeah.
You know, if you have some health issues and you can't, you know,
Right.
do more than that.
And a lot, you know, sometimes we used to tell people to park further away from the
Park further away from the grocery store.
Yeah.
You know.
But you said you have to you should, not have to, you should exercise every day.
Every day is it.
Ouch.
Try to do something.
Like-
And it may just be gardening. It may just be
Okay.
working in your yard.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. But just
Yeah.
something to get out and
Something to get out, get that heart rate elevated.
Okay.
Yes.
How do you know if you've overextended yourself? What are some of the signs? Like,
Yeah,
so
well-
I used to, you know, I walked and run for years. And there were the hurdles on the track where I walk. And I used to jump hurdles in high school.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so my mind started telling me stuff that it should not have told me.
I could still do this, right?
Got right up to the hurdle. I thought, nah, I better not do that.
Well, good.
So what is it when people think that they're capable, they're ready? What do they need to pay attention to make certain you really are ready? What are some of the things that the signs that my heart started beating fast? I started thinking, what if I fall over? And my brain started. What are
Yeah.
some of the signs that no, you might not be ready yet?
Yeah. Well, you know, pay attention to your body, okay? A lot of people sometimes wear watches now that you can actually look to see where your pulse is. Okay, even myself playing pickleball, I'll glance down and see where my heart rate
that's
is.
good.
And I'll stop and take some deep breaths.
Okay, that's
and
good.
and bring it down.
That's good.
You know, with the heat that we've had this summer, that's particularly important
Yes.
in terms of whether or not you're sweating profusely or not. Okay.
It's more dangerous if you're not.
Yes, it is. And again, the heart rate, knowing, you know, your limitations. Do you have kind of a bad knee? Maybe I, you know, can't jump that hurdle anymore. You know.
I can, but I didn't.
Yeah, okay. So, you know, paying attention to your body, know your limitations.
What's your heart rate? What's a normal heart rate?
For someone that's active, it could be, you know, 60s to 70s.
Okay.
Usually when you get into the 90s or above, that's a little fast.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And so the watch is one way to do that. If you don't have one of those fancy watches, what else? What are some of the other signs that you might be in a little bit of?
You can just put your hand on your heart.
Yeah. And you feel it.
You can feel it. Yeah, you don't need a watch. You don't need to know the exact number.
Right.
Yeah.
And not let your mind play games with you that you can still do it or you want to be competitive, like the 87-year-old gentleman
Yeah,
may
yeah.
have.
He wanted to play pickleball,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
he wasn't ready.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah,
So listen to you, as you said, listen to your body, listen to your mind.
body.
Do you have a regular exercise routine that you do that you'd like to share with us? Anything you do every single day?
I stretch.
Okay. Okay.
I stretch every single
That's
day,
so
which is so important for whatever activity you're going to
Flexibility,
do.
everything.
Okay. I play pickleball about 3 times a week,
Wow. Yeah.
and I golf twice a week.
That's every day.
And
Something every day.
then walking in between.
All right. So the stretching. Talk a little bit. We've got like about a minute and a half left. Talk a little bit about the stretching and how important that is.
Stretching, particularly as we age, is really very important because our ligaments, our tendons, they tighten, you know, and if you're going to do any activity or just your daily living, stretching keeps you limber. It helps in terms of one thing we didn't mention, in terms of balance.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
that's the other reason pickleballers have injuries, because their balance is off. And stretching does allow you to limber up those joints so that you can stretch for or reach for a ball or whatever.
And that the bands, if you're older, the
The
bands,
bands are an excellent way
ways
to stretch. Weights are so important because we lose our muscle mass
Yes, yes.
as we age.
Yes, and so people just, even between walking and stretching first, and then even before you start walking is always helpful. And yoga, Pilates, I love yoga. It's my favorite.
Pilates.
Yeah, those are all.
Especially for strength.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Dr. Saray Eaton, you will always be my primary physician. So thank you so much for being with us.
Well,
Appreciate
thank you
you.
for
And
having
appreciate
me.
your continued involvement in the community and so many other areas that you didn't just go retire, but you're still here helping people. We appreciate you.
Well, I enjoy it. Thank you.
Thank you. And thank you for watching AARP Real Possibilities.
And play pickleball.
And play pickleball, yeah. Elder law, long-term care. David, tell us, in your 33 years of experience, what we need to know about long-term care and or elder law.
Yeah, so Paula, the key is elder law is not just about when you get old. It's focused on what happens as we age. And the sad reality of it, the joyous reality of it, the simple reality of it is most of us will need long-term care. Federal government says 70% will need 3 years, 20% will need 5 years. Okay, so it's a real thing. Everybody wants to avoid probate, save taxes, get it to the kids. Well, that doesn't happen if you've gone broke doing long-term care. And that's exactly what elder law is focused on. How do we make sure that you get back some, not all, but some of what you paid in? And elder law is designed to structure your legal life in such a way that you don't go broke in real life, okay?
So at what age should you start thinking about long-term care and or elder law?
I would say when you're a teenager, but that's my opinion. For most people,
I would agree with you.
For most people, 60 is seems to be the right age. We have people in their 50s. And
So I have a little time.
yeah, you have a little, that's right. Well, but you know, I've got folks in their 80s who they're like, oh, I don't want to rush this. I'm like, what? You're not rushing anything, you know.
So the number one thing people need to do is contact an elder law attorney and ask the right questions. Thank you, David, for being with us. We appreciate all that you're doing. And again, visit the website if they want more information, correct?
Right. Thank you, Paula.
Thank you. Sleep, more sleep. We need sleep. Dr. June, how do we get more, better quality sleep?
I wish I could answer that succinctly and sweetly, but sleep is different for everyone. A lot of people are under the idea that everyone needs 8 hours of sleep. Now, some people do need 8, but other people need 10. Some people need 3. So everybody's body is different. Really a good measure of that is, are you functional during the day? Are you falling asleep during the day? You're looking for naps all day long. You're probably not sleeping very well. You should talk to a sleep specialist about this or your primary care. A lot of the things we get over the counter, like melatonin and other things, are good temporarily, but they're terrible long-term medications because it starts messing with the quality of your sleep. Unfortunately, a lot of people use anti-anxiety drugs, which can be addictive for sleep. They use hypnotics, which is a class of drug which doesn't give you particularly good sleep, although it makes you pass out. Some people, unfortunately, use alcohol, which is definitely a sedative. And that's pretty common to help people take the edge off their day so they can sleep. But again, it really erodes the quality of sleep. So these are questions you should have a conversation with your sleep specialist, who would be able to walk you down why you aren't sleeping, what we can do about it.
And it's not a one size fits all. So
No.
people need to, and you don't want to get addicted to any type of sleep aid.
Unless you absolutely need this for survival, I would say try to avoid addictive medications, especially for sleep.
What would you recommend number of hours?
Oh.
Ideally.
Oh, for me, 14. Ideally, it's like 6 to 8 is good for most people.
Okay. It's amazing, though, when you increase the amount of sleep, if you are feeling sluggish and you increase it just in small increments, how much better you feel the next day.
Absolutely. And a 30-minute nap has been shown to be very, very advantageous for a lot of people. We don't do siestas in this country, but it's shown to have health benefits just to get that nap in.
I think I'll negotiate that next time. Thank you, Dr. June.
CATA's regional mobility solutions can help seniors seize the day. Hear what riders and community leaders have to say about the value CATA brings to the lives of aging adults.
CATA and Ready Ride have been wonderful with my services I need. Been using about 8 years, and I use Ready Ride and CATA. Well, the reason I like the Ready Ride service is, they take me and take me where I need to go, and the drivers, they wonderful too, you know. They let the ramp down and I ride on, and they raise me up and I ride on, they strap me in. If I have extra bags or whatever, you know, they're always willing, you know, to take them to the door. They never go in, set them outside, you know, and all that. And then they always conversational with them, you know. You know, we just talk about everything, you know. I'm a veteran. Went to the military in 1967. Went to Vietnam, you know, did my time over there, came back. If I had to do all over again, would do it. For serving my country, you know. Yeah, just learned I could ride, you know, without paying now, you know, which is wonderful. Yeah, I appreciate it.
I ride free because I'm a veteran. I use CATA 3 or 4 times a week. I use Ready Ride mostly. Sometimes go shopping. I ride free, and I appreciate that. Well, that's really something I don't have to pay to get on. Then I know that I can call them up, and they're pretty good about being punctual and stuff like that. I'll say that. It's very important that I ride with them because of CATA. I can do that. I'm independent.
I'm Tracy Anderson with Impart Alliance at Michigan State University. Today I'm here with Jennifer Digman to talk about direct care and the incredible shortage we have of direct care workers here in Michigan. As it stands right now, we need at least 36,000 more direct care workers to meet our state's current need.
It's a very big number, and it's my day-to-day existence. It's your day-to-day existence. We need people. I need people to help with simple things and just taking care of grocery shopping, helping with laundry, helping with meal prep, things that you may take for granted that I no longer can do for myself. Makes such a difference to help keep me in my home so that I don't have to live in that institutional setting. I feel that I'm too young, and I don't think any age you're always too young. You need to be able to stay in your home, and a direct care worker can make that possible for me.
And direct care affects everybody. At some point, you or somebody you love will need a direct care worker. So this is something that is not just for our aging population, but for everybody.
For everybody. I was 30 when my multiple sclerosis, when I married Dan, when it became a reality that I can no longer do activities of daily living and I need help. And just by having one person with me for 5 hours a day, 7 hours a day, that makes such a difference in my day-to-day existence.
And oftentimes people don't even realize there's a shortage until they themselves are looking for a direct care worker. If you had a message for our legislators, what would it be?
Continue funding, keep me in my home.
Thank you, Jennifer. To learn more about Impart Alliance and our advocacy around direct care, please visit our website at impartalliance.msu.edu.
Thank you for watching today. There's so much information that was shared today, and I'm glad that you took some time to sit and watch the show. But don't keep sitting. Get out, get active, stretch, play pickleball. Thanks for watching Real Possibilities.